Welcome, everybody. We are going to talk a little bit about the 10 Forward today. The 10 Forward came out and they announced a few things. First thing they tried to talk about was the basically they tried to give a roadmap for what's coming up, but basically they didn't give us any new information. Any information that we already knew, basically. But they said the new promo ship is coming. Then there's going to be a sale for Black Friday. Then there's going to be a winter ship. They didn't announce the winter ship. Then there is going to be a anniversary ship, and then that's basically all they said. So all that stuff was basically stuff that we already knew was going to happen. Wasn't much to that as information, but they felt it was important to tell. But the big information that they gave us is that they actually are introducing a new ship. It is the ship from Star Trek Picard Season 3. It was the villain ship. Oops. That was something I was looking at. I can close that window down. I don't need that open. It's the villain ship from Season 3, and then kind of give you an idea. This is the Shrike. So in with the Beverly Crusher ship. Actually, I was looking at pictures of the Beverly Crusher ship today. I kind of hope that ends up in the game. But this is a game that they are bringing into the game. It from what they said, it's supposed to be available on this Thursday. There's going to be an Infinity promo box, or it's going to be added to the Infinity promo box, which means that the Infinity promo R&D packs are going to be back on Thursday. They did give us some stats. Well, first off, here is the in-game picture of it, and it looks pretty good. They were putting some skins on it, stuff like that, and it looked like it had some pretty good detail on it, and some other things. The big thing is that they did show the stats. The bridge officer seating is a Intel. Commander Intel tactical slot, which means it goes right into a surgical strike. There is a miracle worker, lieutenant commander engineering slot, two universal slots, a lieutenant commander and an ensign, and then a lieutenant science slot. So surgical strikes, you can do mixed armament synergy with the miracle worker if you so need to. And actually, the funny thing is that the trait on this actually leans heavily into that mixed armament synergy portion of it. So when you look at the trait. And this is the trait. Using different kinds of attacks grants a 10% bonus damage and a 10% faster recharge of capital ship innate weapons for 30 seconds. So that is bonus damage, not bonus 2 damage. I think there's a difference on way it's routed. So that should be type 1 damage. The applications of this are beams, cannons, torpedoes, capital ships, innate weapons, universal consoles, and experimental weapons. That is important. Let me see if I have one of my bridge officers up here, because mixed armament synergy is all about that. Let's see, skills. Do you have? No, you don't. Ducat, do you have it learned? No, you do not. Do I have any miracle workers? That's a temporal. There's a miracle worker. So, mixed armor synergies. This is mixed armor synergies 2, which is the highest you would be able to get on the ship if you're going to put that on there. By firing weapons of different types, you lessen the repeat stress on your ship's components, channeling the extra bandwidth into increase effectiveness for your weapon types. So for 10 seconds, activating a beam, cannon, mine, or torpedo will cause you to gain a 40% bonus to all damage for other 3 types of weapons. So they are leaning very well into that whole mixed armament synergies flavor of this. So you would probably need Vanguard Specialist, the Eclectic Collector of Armaments, and then a Miracle Worker ship. It could be this. It could be the full Miracle Worker ship. I will say that I was thinking about this, and the fact that it has an intel seating on it, actually is pretty good, because that means the surgical strikes you should just be able to get the bonus to damage for all your energy weapons, because it doesn't care about beams and cannons, and just cares about energy weapons. So mixing that with the mixed armor synergy seems to be a pretty decent idea. The seating on this for the actual weapons is it is a 5-3, which makes it decent for frontal weapons. It looks like it has just a normal warp core. It has 4 engineering consoles and 5 tactical consoles. So it's basically eye to eye on that, or even on that. So with the X2, you could have 6 isomegs or 6 locators with the Lorcas on it. So it looks like it goes pretty well on that side. So it might end up actually being a pretty good ship. I really don't spend a whole lot of time in the specialization part, but looking at its theme of what it's trying to go for, the fact that it's really pushing you to want to put multiple different types of weapons, and the trade on that for this, it also counts innate weapons. It counts universal consoles, and it counts experimental weapons within this whole bundle of stuff. So if you have a ship that has a phaser lance, you can mix a whole bunch of stuff on there and really go to town on the things, especially if you have something that's a phaser lance and a experimental weapon. I'm trying to think. There has got to be something, a promo ship. The Romulan ship, does that have a phaser lance? Del. I don't even remember what the ship is called. Delkina. Delkina. Star Trek. Picard. Because I know it has a weapon. Does it have a lance on it? What is its? It's a command. So it really doesn't do the whole. But does this have a lance? I know people use this one for something. Doesn't look like it does. So I guess if there's a ship out there that covers all those bases, you can probably get a pretty good ship out of it. The console that comes with it is called the portal weapon, and it's basically just like it says in the it does in the TV show. It creates a portal. Well, you target an enemy, and then it creates a portal between the two, and all your attacks land on that creature. There was a thing that that Ambassador Kell was able to get a flank with it. Let me see if I can pull up a video real quick of the actual portal going off. It was pretty cool. I'm going to mute you real quick. Oh, they're still talking. Wait. They had the... producer, or not the producer, I forget what his title was. The person who was basically introduced Stowe to Picard, which opened up the whole idea that they can oh, got it. All right. So I think he's going to use it here soon, because I clicked a little bit further. Yeah, so I think, yeah. So you see that's 12 away. Created a portal, and now basically any weapons that he fires into it attacks them. You can also travel through the portal and make your way over there. So it seems like a pretty cool item. Basically, the way that Jonathan explained it, any weapon that has a target on it will go through the portal. Later on, Ambassador Kell fired the lance, which is also something that is on this ship. Fired the lance through the at the ship, and it went through the portal. It actually took a 90-degree turn and went through the portal, which was kind of hilarious. But as for the lance, it does have a lance. So going back with the things that benefit from it, wherever I put that, the things that benefit from it, I apparently have lost the trait there, but it has a lance on it. So the only thing this doesn't have on it that would be beneficial from that trait would be the universal weapon, or the experimental weapon, because the experimental weapon would mean that it would need to be a 5.2. Something that would probably be a little bit overpowered, but so it has an experimental weapon. This is a Polaron-based weapon, so if you do like your Polarons, it makes sense, because the spoilers, if you don't know, if you haven't watched season 3, the Shrike is a I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it, because I really think you should watch Picard. Giving spoilers out about the Shrike is something, but it does Polaron damage. So that gives you an option for actual having polar on damage, a ship with polar on damage. They did also spoil the new Maelstrom torpedo. The way that they said is that it's going to move a little bit faster than the Maelstrom Quantum, so it's not going to look like it does as much damage. The difference is that when it destroys an enemy, this is the bonus you get. So there's little fragments. They give you hit points, a shield regeneration, bonus to energy damage, 2.5 critical chance, and 10% severity for 30 seconds. So I gotta imagine if you are able to kill a bunch of enemies, you know, you can get a lot. But I'm trying to think of. See, I don't know a whole lot about Maelstroms because Maelstroms are not my thing. But I'm trying to think that if a torpedo spread goes off and you kill 3 enemies with a torpedo spread, that means you can get these bonuses, and it says it stacks. So you can get 60%, a 7.5%, and a 30% on severity. That could be pretty good. It could be. So those are basically the things that they went through today on the stream. Now, my opinion of the actual ship itself, I honestly I want to hate on it. It's not the worst ship though, to be honest. It is a promo ship, so it's going to be expensive. Promo ships are just in general just very expensive ships. If you have a promo box, it would be a good time to expand that. The promo pack should be released when this gets released. That's basically just how they do it. I don't remember if they actually said that they were actually going to have the promo pack, but anytime they add a ship to the promo pack, it's always available. And if you have existing promo packs or promo ship boxes that you haven't opened yet, when this ship comes out, you can open up those promo ship. This will be in the campaign for next year, so not the campaign that they'll be finishing here up soon. So not this one, but event campaign 6 will have the ship in there. So if you wanted to wait a year, you can get it that way too. Would I buy this? I don't know. There are other ships from Picard that I would prefer, and this is a pretty cool looking ship. I do admit. I think trying to go for a mix armament synergies type of attack with the surgical strikes might be a fun. I'm not the only thing I have questions on is if where are my miracle workers? The only thing I have questions is I'm not sure if this shares a cooldown with surgical strikes. And sometimes these abilities do. But I do believe it is buffed by a Vanguard Specialist. Vanguard Specialist. Nope. is not. Exceed rated limits. So maybe that means they're on different timers. That actually be a pretty good thing if it's on a different timer. I because I wonder if all these are on different timers. I don't know. That is for someone who's going to spend the time to try to figure that out. But that is the new ship coming up. Hopefully, we'll get some other ships from Picard. I am really hoping that the Duderstadt shows up. I was actually looking at a list of ships that were in the Picard season 3 that we haven't gotten in here. The Ilios, which is Beverly Crusher's ship, is not in the game yet. The Duderstadt's not. That's the one that has the big hangy bits on the bottom of it. Actually, I can just pull up some pictures of it. So, Ilios Star Trek. So this is the Ilios. I actually enjoyed the way the Ilios looked. And then the Duderstadt, which is... this was a ship that came up to Picard halfway through and was telling them to surrender. Has the little hangy bits. This is based on a David Krause model, or Bill Krause. Bill Krause. I have David, what's his name, on my mind. But Bill Krause. So it has that bit. I actually like the way this ship looks. I'm very excited to actually see it in the actual or in the game once it actually gets there. And the next one was the Echelon, which is basically the Stargazer, but without the extra nacelle. Let me... So yeah, it has only the bottom nacelle where the Stargazer has, or the top nacelle where the Stargazer has only the bottom. Stargazer, starter. Why did it go straight for that one? So yeah, so it's basically this ship without the bottom nacelles. So that's the other ship that they haven't added to the game. I'm kind of excited about those. I wasn't overly excited about the Shrike, but the stats look good. So looking at the stats, hopefully that is hopefully that they hopefully it'll be a good ship for people. So that comes out on Thursday. Once more, there's the weapon layout with the console layout. That's the universal console. That is the lance that's on it, and that is the trait. And the officer layout, which I probably lost again. Where did I put my officer layout? And that is the officer layout. So universal, intel, tactical, engineering, miracle worker, and then science. But I think I'm going to end that here. If you do like what you see here, go and hit a like button. If you'd like to see more things like this, go and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I stream or post a video again. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.